If you want to sustainably grow your business and do it in a way where it's fulfilling, you're not burnt out all the time, it works for your lifestyle, then this is the mindset you need to adopt. When I built my first business, I had a growth at all costs mentality. I put my health on the back burner. I wasn't sleeping enough. I wasn't moving my body. I wasn't eating great. I also wasn't seeing a lot of my friends and my loved ones. It was a very much so success at all costs mentality. I'm now in my 30s and I'm trying to build this new 2.0 version of my business. I am trying to reach my aligned and fulfilled version of success. For me, that means building a business that sustains my lifestyle and my business works around my lifestyle and I'm not working my life around my business. Of course, be able to still make a living for myself, sustain my lifestyle, be able to afford what I want to afford and not have that big of an impact on the planet. So that's what success means to me now. I'm also now helping clients sustainably grow as well. I've noticed that not a lot of people talk about the mindset required for this type of growth because a lot of people will do the mindset for the growth at all costs, success at all costs type of hustle culture vibe that I'm just not about anymore. I like to describe myself as being in my soft girl female founder era. It's not fully soft girl era because at some points I'm still hustling and working hard, but I'm not doing it at a point where it's a detriment to my health and burning out all the time. I got quiet and figured this out, and I realized that not a lot of people talk about this, which is why I decided to put together a free mini course called Your Success Roadmap, where we are going to get quiet, identify what your version of success is, and I help you figure that out because society loves to prescribe what success should look like. And a lot of the times, if that's not what you want, it can leave you feeling really confused and lonely and isolated. I wanted to validate that if you want something different, that's completely fine. Not only is it fine, it should be celebrated. We break that down in the mini course. And then not only that, I then help you identify where you are right now, and then where you want to go, and then we address where the gaps are so that you can build a roadmap and a plan to get there. So you can register for free at selenaho.com/roadmap, and the link will also be down below for you as well. I'm really excited for you to go through this. And as you go through the mini course, come back to this video time and time again to make sure you have the right mindset. Some of the things I've noticed in building this version of my business that was different from my previous version of my business is the first expectation that I am not trying to achieve success at all costs anymore. I'm trying to make my business work for my life and not the other way around. In doing so, it's redefining my relationship with success. Success doesn't need to look a certain way that society always likes to prescribe to us. It can look differently. But the other thing too is I realized that I had a weird relationship with success. I feel like the media always likes to portray certain people in bad lights. And we see things in the media on tabloids or just even in passing where people will be like, oh, successful people are crooked or evil, or people with a lot of money took shortcuts to get there. They're not good people. There's always these generalizations and biases that are passed down to us from society and in the media and the tabloids. And so it's no wonder that we have a complex relationship with success and the concept of it. I would really encourage you to explore that. We talk about that in the mini course, Your Success Roadmap, but it is important to sit down and think of that and really work through that first. Once you've analyzed and reestablished a healthier relationship with success, the next step is to believe you are worthy of it. That is a whole other thing. But I think it's so important to step into what you want to do, embody it, be unapologetic about it. Know that you are worthy of it, not feel imposter syndrome as much as you want to. Obviously, I can sit here and say all that, and then you're listening and going like, yes, totally. In practice, I get imposter syndrome too and all this stuff, but it's just something that you want to continuously work on, and you just want to know that you are worthy of success. I am telling you, you are worthy of success. You are worthy of achieving whatever your version of success is. I believe wholeheartedly you can get there, but you do need to step into it and own it. That's the first step. The next thing you want to remember is that our brains are wired for comfort, stability, and security. From an evolution perspective, our brains are wired to protect us. Because of that, we crave comfort because it's familiar and it's safe. But if you're looking to grow and push yourself and get to that next level, you do need to do things that are uncomfortable. It's just continuously doing things that are scary to you. But it's like that cheesy Lululemon saying, do one thing a day that scares you. Like, you got to do that. It doesn't have to be cliff jumping every single day, but maybe it's saying hi to a stranger, saying yes to that podcast interview, DMing someone to ask them to go for coffee. Just put yourself out there, and continuously pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone is something that you really want to do. Another thing that I find is a self-sabotaging behavior, but also a mindset thing I'm working on is being busy. With my past business, I prided myself on being busy. I was like, I'm booked and busy. I'm running around. I'm doing all the things. And that made me feel like I was accomplishing something. But at the end of the day, if I looked back at what I had to prove for a lot of that busyness, it was a lot of stuff that didn't really move the needle in the business. You really want to work smarter, not harder. A lot of the times when we are busy, we are doing that because we're running away from ourselves or we're running away from a situation, which is something that I've really had to work through and realize. A lot of the times whenever we ask people how people are doing, the standard response is always like, oh, it's good, but I'm like so busy right now. I think in society, it's seen as almost a status symbol if you're busy because it means that you have a lot going on. But in reality, it just signifies to people that you can't manage your own time and you're overloaded and you're overworked. And it doesn't come across as successful as we think it does. So yeah, just reevaluating your relationship with busyness, I definitely think is something you'll want to do in this era. Off the back of that, reevaluating your relationship with perfectionism as well, because I definitely identify as a recovering perfectionist. And a lot of the times we are perfectionists because we fear failure or we feel imposter syndrome or we are actually using it as a way to procrastinate because there's other stuff going on. So get quiet, get deep, and think about what's going on there. Another thing too is that we want to get rid of unhealthy habits because we can say we want to be the healthiest, happiest version of ourselves. But if we're eating junk food, if we're eating processed food, if we're not working out, if we're not moving our bodies, then we are not doing what we said we want to do. So it is about incorporating healthy habits around that. Happy to do future videos about that if that's something you're interested in. Another mindset thing too is having the spotlight effect. I've talked about this before, but it's the phenomenon where you feel like there's a spotlight on you and everyone's watching your every move. And let's be real, that is not happening. Everyone is obsessed with themselves. Too busy, in fact, worrying about themselves to worry about you. The last mindset shift or the last thing you want to embody is surrounding yourself with the right people. You are truly the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right inspiring people that have similar versions of success as you. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are still following the success at all costs belief, then you're probably going to be burnt out and working a lot and not able to see them because they're burnt out and working a lot. So you want to surround yourself with people that are also sustainably growing. And I, again, don't see a lot of people talking about it, which is why I made that Your Success Roadmap mini course. And so you can enroll for free at selenaho.com/roadmap. And the link will be down below for you as well. But I would love to hear what sustainable growth mindset shifts you've made in the comments below if I've missed any. I'm cheering you on as always, and I'll see you in the next video.